Yes.
You got it down there?
Yeah.
I forgot my hand this morning. Okay, good, all right. Good morning. The October 22nd, 2014 meeting of the Board of Estimates is now called to order. In the interest of promoting the order and efficiency of these hearings, persons who are disruptive to the hearing will be asked to leave the hearing room. At this time, Madam Deputy Controller, are there any corrections, additions, or deferrals on the agenda?
Good morning. First, I'd like to announce that today, in the absence of the Honorable President Young, the Honorable Vice President Reisinger will sit and act on his behalf. In the absence of the Honorable Comptroller Pratt, I, Bernie Sage Taylor, will sit and act on her behalf. We received a protest for today's meeting from Ms. Kim Trueheart for page 1, item 1, page 21, pages 24 to 28, item numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Also for pages 30, page 43, and pages 1 to 48, all items on the agenda. The protests were received and reviewed by the board members. The board will not entertain her protests here today. However, the protests have been sent to the submitting agencies to review and to respond directly to Ms. Trueheart. We have a correction to be made on page 3 of the agenda. On the second paragraph after the account number, on line 8, with the sentence that begins "the consultant," please delete the word "consultant" and insert in its place "contractual employment." That sentence will now read, "The contractual employment agreements were terminated effective August 31st, 2014, period." We have one item that was on the non-routine agenda that will move to the routine agenda, and that is pages 3 to 4, items 1 and 2. I have the following, we have, and one item that will remain on the non-routine is 39 to 40, number 11. I have the following abstentions and no votes to record today. The Honorable Mayor Rawlings Blake has no abstentions. The Honorable Vice President Reisinger, acting on behalf of the Honorable President Young, will abstain on pages 43 to 44, item 3. Also, the Honorable Vice President Reisinger, acting on behalf of President Young, will vote no on pages 16 to 17, as well as on page 47. Acting on behalf of the Comptroller, I, Bernice Taylor, will abstain on page 39 to 40, item 11. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Controller. I would direct the board's members' attention to the memorandum from the City Council President's Office dated October 20th, 2014, identifying matters to be considered as routine agenda items together with any corrections and additions that have been noted by the Deputy Controller. At this time, I entertain a motion to approve all items contained on the routine agenda.
Move approval of all items on the routine agenda.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The motion carries. The routine agenda items have been adopted. Now we'll go to the non-routine agenda. The first item on the non-routine agenda can be found on pages 39 through 40, informal awards, renewals, increases to contracts and extensions. Item 11, contract number B50001019, which is provide deferred compensation plan and services at the Department of Finance. Will those parties please come forward?
Tim Cross, City Purchasing Agent. This is the execution of 2 additional agreements with Great West Life and Annuity Insurance Company to provide these deferred compensation plan services.
Ready?
Good morning. Thomas Court, Chief of the Minority and Women's Business Opportunity Office. We were asked, given some questions to respond to from the Comptroller with regards to this contract. We found Great West non-compliant because they were falling slightly behind on their MBEW participation. the contract has a 16% MBE goal. They were at 13.4, and it has a 6% WBE participation, and they were at roughly 4%. So we asked them to submit a plan to assure us that they were going to be able to achieve these goals. They did indeed submit a plan, and as a part of that plan, they added another MBE to make sure that they achieved the MBE participation. The current MBE will continue to work on the contract along with the new MBE so that the 16% can be achieved. And we are satisfied with that. In the next 30 days, though, we'll have to get back to Great West and see if they're using the new MBE that they just brought on, and see how well they're progressing toward achieving the goal and making up the deficits, because that's the big part that we like. You can promise to go forward and achieve the goals, but we got to try to make sure that they achieve whatever deficit that they've incurred.
Deputy Controller, you have a question?
Yes, Mr. Corey, on behalf of the comptroller, she sent questions, and you responded to some of them already, and I'll try not to be duplicate of those.
But you didn't get all the responses?
Yes, but there's an additional question, but I'm saying I'll try not to be duplicative of those in the questions right now. All right. Now, previously, as the board approved an extension for Great West on August 27, 2014. Did they make any improvements in compliance since that date?
No, we don't have any new MBE dollars that's been reported to us. That is, we haven't had any additional information on that. They were at, $138,000 with the MBE and something like $38,000 with the WBE, and that was as of the August 20th date. But since that time, we don't have any new information.
And at that time, they were at 13.4%,
Yes,
and for the MBE, and 4% for the WBE.
yes.
And those are still the current numbers that you have.
They are still the current numbers they have, and we still have them in non-compliance.
Thank you. Now, also, when we asked you question number 2, which was, what is the status of Great West compliance, and also question 5 asked about a plan. In your response, you indicated that they were still non-compliant. However, they have submitted a plan to cure the deficit by entering into a contract with Walker Benefit Services. And Walker Benefit Services will receive 3% of the contract dollars, which will make up their 2.6 shortfall. They will increase their use of Curry printing. That's different than what you said this morning. You said that they would still use Cassie. Is that correct or incorrect?
That's correct. Cassie, Walker Benefits is in addition to Cassie.
So does that mean that they will do 3% with Walker Benefits plus do additional work with Cassie, which means they would exceed the goal?
13% with Cassie.
They've already done 13% with Cassie.
No, but I'm saying going forward, they're still gonna have the contract, so they're still gonna be earning dollars. So 13% of any dollars that they earn going forward will have to be paid to Cassie and 3% to Walker Benefits in order to achieve the 16% goal. That goal stands throughout the life of the contract.
Okay. You also responded that Cassie was no longer interested in doing work on the contract. Is that correct or not?
No, I didn't say that. I said they're no longer, according to Great West, they're no longer interested in increasing the number of hours that they put in the contract. They want to maintain whatever they're doing because they were hired, Cassie that is, to do enrollment services and general retirement education. So they want to maintain what they're doing, but they don't want to increase what they're doing. And I can't tell you why that's the case.
Did you confirm that with Cassie?
No, and we have to confirm that with Cassie.
Should that have been confirmed before we came forward then, to make certain that Cassie does not wish to do additional hours in that area?
It should have, but we have a good experience with Great West. They're not one of the companies that we consider would give us bad information, so I was willing to put myself on line with that.
Okay. Now, they were previously given a 60-day extension on August 27th.
Right.
And the form that was submitted was the same form that was submitted in August of this year. So it's unclear whether you're asking to give them an additional extension, or is it still the same extension from August 27th?
No, it's just the extension from August 27th to today.
Okay.
That 6-day ends today.
Okay. All right. Okay. Will you be able to come back and give the board a report let's say in about 2 weeks, as to the status of the compliance of what they've done, and really, and confirmation in terms of about Cassie, and to provide in writing the amount that Cassie will receive in terms of that, because you said they're going to still work on.
They're going to still work with Cassie, and I can only give you the current figure, how many dollars that's been awarded to the MBE since August 27th to today, because that's the data that's missing at this point. And is that what you're asking for?
I'm, yes, asking for that, but also, you said that they would still use Cassie
Yes.
as well as Walker,
Right.
and what they expect to use Cassie for and the dollar amount.
Right,
Or-
we have that documentation here. That is, in order to enlist Walker Benefit Services, they have to submit a statement of intent form that's signed by Great West and Walker Benefits, identifying Walker, what they're going to do, and what percentage of the contract they're expected to receive. So that documentation we have, because that's the only way we will approve the addition of another MBE or WBE.
When will you be able to provide that information back to the board? No, no, he doesn't have the statement of intent yet. He said he didn't have that yet.
Yes, I do. I have it right
I
here.
thought you said you didn't have it.
No, I said I have it. It's here.
Okay.
The only way we will approve a plan
May I-
is
may
if
we see
you-
it? May I see
if
it,
they
please?
submit the statement of intent form.
Okay, thank
Oh, you have it? Oh, okay. And we're familiar with Walker Benefits Services and the quality of their work, and so we're pretty satisfied with this.
you. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't understand you already had it. Okay, thank you. All right, I don't have any other questions.
Madam Mayor, you would.
I move approval of the items submitted by the Bureau of Purchases based on the information provided by Mr. Porter.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Please note that the comptroller, acting on behalf of the comptroller, I'll abstain on that item.
Okay, it's noted, you abstain. Thank you. Mr. Solicitor?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I'd like to introduce to the members of the board a young man who has now joined the law department in the CLIA program. He was an intern with us earlier during the summer, Lamar Lowe. He's a local senior in the public school system, Lamar, and he really made a very vivid impression on us during the summer. Either he adopted Elva Tillman or Elva Tillman adopted him. So he's got lots of champions in the law department, and we're delighted to have him back. And I can't imagine a better person to be adopted.
What school, what high school?
Terrific. Nice to have you back.
Okay. As there is no more business before the board, the meeting will recess until the bid opening at 12 noon. Thank you.
Thanks, Deb. Thank you.
Thank you.
But now you've heard probably about 2,000 babies, right?
That's what I feel like. And when I sit back and say, "Listen, I'm really close," I can warn you, but I would like to discipline you. As far as
I understand.
the spanking.
Yep. Good afternoon. The Board of Education is now in session for the receiving and opening of bids. I have two addenda to read today. B50003788, heavy equipment and operator rental services. Please change the bid due date to October 29, 2014. B50003774, quick line for water treatment plants. Please change the bid due date from October 22nd to October 29, 2014. Those are the addenda for today.
Hearing no objections, so ordered.
This is nice. finance, tax sale auction of tax liens. No bids were received. Just trying to see if there's a. We don't have the complete book. Let's see. Which refers to tomorrow. We're supposed to have the whole book. We can't really tell from this. We just have. This is two separate books. Yeah, so I'll do some last. RP 14825, roofing and related work at Cowell Hill Pool and Cherry Hill Bathhouse. Boulevard Contractors Corp. With a bid bond, $145,950. I make a motion to refer the bid of Bob Andrews Construction, Inc. to the Law Department for review.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed. The matter having been properly moved and second, it is referred to the Law Department for review.
Any, paperclip, please? Paper clips?
Refer this bid to the Department of Recreation and Parks for tabulation and report.
Thank you. B50003806, stand behind mower. A bid bond is required if the amount is over $100,000. BMR Inc., trading as lawn and power equipment, $85,200. Security Equipment Company, $80,160.
Refer these bids to the Bureau of Purchases for tabulation and report.
B50003763, Pharmacy Benefit Management Audit. A bid bond is not required.
It's, page B5 is gonna be a percentage.
For this bid, the basis of award is a flat fixed percentage of total recovered dollars received. Heritage RX, flat fixed percentage, 50%.
Refer this bid to the Bureau of Purchases for tabulation and report.
B50003756, Snow Removal Services 6. A bid bond is not required.
This will probably not include pricing. It's gonna show the equipment they have available. Right.
There is no pricing to be read for this particular bid. This is equipment availability, and they are a list of items, so those will not be read, but they will be available after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Four Seasons Nursery and Landscape Services. Achievers LLC. JLN Construction Services LLC.
refer these bids to the Bureau of Purchases for tabulation and report.
B50003641, provide and deliver new game tables to various recreation centers. Business services, $146,747.50. S&S Worldwide, $37,250. BSN Sports, Passons Sports and U.S. Games. $143,225.
Refer these bids to the Bureau of Purchases for tabulation and report.
There being no further business, we are adjourned. Thank you. Okay, you have a question, sir? Yes. Yes. Well, the next process is, these will be forwarded to the agency that released the solicitation, which is the Bureau of Purchases. They will review them, and then they will make a recommendation of award to the city as to which company they'll use. Okay. And on your bid materials, there should be a name of a contact of a buyer. So if you have questions, you can contact him or her in the interim.
And how long will that take?
It varies. It's hard to say. I don't really know, but I would suggest you contact the buyer.
Yeah. I agree. I would second that. I would recommend that you continue to be in contact with the buyer from the agency, which is the Bureau of Purchases, as was said.
Okay.
Okay.